While there has been a slew of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games in recent years, Shredder's Revenge proved one of the more anticipated. Looking to capture the spirit of the beloved Konami arcade titles, while also featuring key personnel responsible for the acclaimed TMNT Game Boy Advance version, fans waited eagerly, and luckily it does not disappoint. While some irritations do get in the way, anyone with a fondness for the license and the classic games it inspired will find this to be a riotous, charming and compelling time. Even those not familiar with the Heroes in a Half Shell can have a great time with this one. Rooted firmly in the 80s version of the cartoon, and serving as a sort of continuation to the 16-bit classics like Turtles in Time, Shredder's Revenge sees the quartet of heroes, as well as Master Splinter and reporter April O'Neil, trying to stop the Foot Clan from rebuilding Krang as they take over New York. This sees the group dueling with old adversaries Rocksteady and Bebop and, of course, Shredder. Colourful scenes showcase the charm of the series and serve as good setups for 16 stages of beat-em-up action, each concluding with a boss encounter that dips into the more obscure side of the villain stable. Fans of the show or arcade classics should find a lot to love here, but it proves a silly enough yarn to engage even those on the outside. One running joke sees the Foot Clan do a poor job of fitting into each scene before attacking, such as posing as shop owners in the mall, and is genuinely funny. Six playable characters offer a diverse roster of brawlers. Each has 3 stats: power, speed, and range, and these have a dramatic effect on how each character plays. Raphael's Sais, naturally, have a limited range, but deal a ton of damage when they connect, while conversely, Donatello's staff is a bit weaker but can reach further. As such, Raph makes for a good close-range brawler, while Donatello can hang back, picking off foes, and you really feel these differences in co-op. Each character has a similar list of functions: a strike combo, dodge and sprint which can be chained into an attack, and a super attack. Unlike most beat-em-ups, this doesn't drain health, but instead requires charging a meter with strikes and taunts, which is a welcome change. While not always the smoothest brawler, Tribute have managed to capture the anarchic spirit of the arcade classics, with plentiful foes to beat, environmental objects to smash, and tough, pattern-based bosses to fight. There are a few issues that stick out though. Despite boasting 16 stages, each usually lasts between 5 and 10 minutes, and you can easily blow through this one in under 2 hours, even on an initial run. While trying out each character and earning their unique ending will keep you coming back, it can feel like diminishing returns once you enter your third playthrough. Challenges and collectibles try to incentivize extra play, but the former feels underwhelming and you can find all the collectibles just by smashing objects in the environment. Challenges run a handful of similar goals, from dispatching goons with certain moves to finishing a stage without taking damage. And while points gained from challenges and collectibles improve your character, such as adding further moves and meters, they don't feel substantial enough to meaningfully extend its longevity. An arcade mode, which tasks you with completing every stage with limited credits and lives, is more of the same.
Watch and learn. Discipline is the key.
Most quality entries in the genre boast co-op, and Shredder's Revenge doesn't disappoint in this regard. Both locally and online, you can bring in friends to smash goons. Smartly, the game scales depending on how many players you have, including more foes and bosses with more health. On one system, 4 players can fight, while online allows for a staggering 6-person session. This is, naturally, bordering on insanity, with so much action on screen that it can be hard to follow at points, especially if multiple people use specials at once, but it is a hell of a lot of fun. And thankfully, strong netcode keeps the action flowing without any latency. You can jump freely in and out of games, and play in both of the main modes depending on your preference. Needless to say, while this one is certainly enjoyable solo, bringing friends along results in an even better experience. What catches the eye immediately is the visuals, a fantastic pixel art ode to TMNT games of the past. It's bright, beautifully crafted and flawlessly animated, with little touches like characters idling animations, over-the-top damage expressions, and background effects such as animals watching you fight during the Rumble in the Zoo stage, all adding to the splendour. Combat animation flows beautifully, and performance is rock solid, even with flashy specials activating aplenty. The sound is a bit shakier, unfortunately. There's a lot to like here, including several actors from the cartoon reprising their roles, a killer rendition of the main theme performed by Mike Patton, and lots of excellent music, with the gloriously cheesy Panic in the Sky fitting perfectly with the Saturday morning vibe. But a lot of the ancillary sounds, such as explosions, certain voice clips, and even strikes themselves, feel either poorly done or weak.
Krang's head is getting away, dudes!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge works as both an ode to several classic TMNT games of yesteryear, and a worthy beat-em-up in its own right. There are some noticeable issues to be sure, which set this one below the genre's best, like Streets of Rage 4. But fans of the series will delight in how it carries the baton from classics like Turtles in Time, while adding fresh modernizations that update the core gameplay. Even if you have little knowledge of the Green Quartet, riotous gameplay and even more insane co-op offer a great deal of fun. This entry definitely ranks among the best efforts the license has seen.
Way to go!